Post-abortive men and women will experience post-abortion grief and trauma, which is very similar to PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Our post-abortive men will describe a deep sense of rage and anger, which will trickle into their relationships with their spouse, with their children. And for women, often it's seen in a depression, a sadness, anxiety. Passages of Hope, the Abortion Recovery Bible Study and Support Group, allow men and women for the first time to move through their grief. Week by week, they address all the different stages of grief and then all the lies of the enemy that's kept them silent over the years. And by the time they get to that 9th week, they are truly set free.
Growing up in a Christian home, my dad was a pastor. So when I became pregnant at 21, I did not know who to turn to. I knew I couldn't tell my parents. I was around people who wanted me to have an abortion, and I was afraid. Now I was emotionally scarred. I had the guilt and the shame of the abortion and the knowing that it was the wrong thing to do. I didn't let anyone know of my secret because I didn't want to be judged. I just felt like if anyone really knew, they would not accept me. They would reject me. They would look at me differently. It had been 30 years from my first abortion to when I stepped into the Passages of Hope group at my church. I came in and I was excited because I wanted to find out what God had in store for me. And at the end of the group, I knew God had forgiven me and I was set free.
I was 27 when I had my abortion. It took me 10 years to seek help. I didn't think I needed to go through one of these faith-based abortion recovery groups. That first night in group, I thought I was going to be an observer, and I was quite taken back because I saw I desperately needed to be in there. And by the end of the 9th week, I was so free that I ended up sharing, first time ever, in my ladies' Bible study. After going through the group, I was just so passionate about abortion recovery. So when I went to USF to get my master's in social work, one of the prerequisites is to do research. Could I investigate the effectiveness of these faith-based groups? What we found was a statistically significant reduction in shame and in trauma for the participants that went through this 9-week faith-based Bible studies.
I am so glad I stepped out of the grief and shame that had held me for so many years. I am now helping other men and women heal through the Passages of Hope ministry here at New Life Solutions. He turned my mess into my message.
Hi, I'm Ayakio. I'm a health professional, a motivational speaker, and I am a senior pastor. I had an abortion 35 years ago while working in corporate America. I chose to have an abortion because I did not want to taint my career and I wanted to move up. When I came to Passages, I came just because I wanted to offer abortion recovery ministry here at the church. I thought that I was already healed and I thought that I was delivered. And when I came to Passages, I found out that there was still a lot of shame, a lot of pain. And since taking that course in Bible study, I can now tell you that I am truly healed. I am truly free and delivered from shame. And now I am ready to go and do what I need to do to help others be free from the guilt and the shame of an abortion.
My name's Crystal. I'm 40 years old. I work here at New Life Solutions as the Assistant Director of Special Events. It was the day before my 21st birthday when I had my abortion. 8 years later, I gave birth to my son. And I felt so guilty when I looked at him. I felt like he knew that I had aborted his sibling. It was then I realized I needed healing, and New Life Solutions offered Passages of Hope. I attended a group, and I received that forgiveness that I needed for myself. and I was able to finally bond with my baby.
Hello, I'm Brendan. I'm a husband, a father, and a grandfather. I retired early, which gave me the opportunity to hike the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. My abortion experience was in 1972, prior to Roe versus Wade. For 39 years, I walked through life struggling to forgive myself for what I and my girlfriend had done. In 2011, I attended the first men's post-abortion group study, Healing a Father's Heart. I received God's healing and now have peace of mind, body, and spirit that I so desperately needed. I now co-facilitate post-abortion groups, bringing other men to the full understanding of God's forgiveness and healing.
Hi, my name is Jan. I am 25 years old. I'm a business owner. I've had 3 abortions. I used to live in a place of anger, anguish, and loneliness after I had these 3 procedures. But after passages of hope, they helped me to be set free and live a life that I never could have ever imagined. I speak to every one of my babies every single morning and every single night because I know I'm going to see them one day in heaven.
Hi, my name's Carol. I'm a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 5. I had my first abortion back in 1963, and I carried the shame and the guilt in silence for years, like a festering malignancy. And then a couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to go to a Passages class, and it was awesome. By the time I left the class, I felt like I'd just come from the doctor, and he said I was cancer-free. So there is hope out there. Speak out.
Step out, speak out, there is hope.